Alright, what's up, y'all? I'm on a late night walk right now. I haven't recorded one of these videos in a minute. Put this under the late night motivation for the YouTube. You know what I'm saying, man? It's something I've been thinking about. You know, we all have creativity inside of us. God created all of us. And God is creative. He created us. He created the earth, the seas, the sky, heaven. He's the ultimate creator, and he created us in his image. And I feel like recently, I always have work to do, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make my YouTube. Here's some good light, some document stuff, because you could look at a guy like me. You know, I look pretty good. I look like I take care of myself. Maybe think I have everything figured out if you don't know me or if you don't talk to me. You don't hear what's on my mind, but there's a lot of things I don't necessarily have figured out. And one of the things is I just want to create such an environment that's conducive to allowing my creativity to flow. There's a lot of creativity inside me, inside all of us. There's a lot of things that block that creativity, and I believe it's paramount that we figure out what those things are and we remove them so that we can allow that creativity to flow, that creative energy to flow through us, so we could create products, services, opportunities, relationships, anything, man. Just create value. You know, it's a lot of things that I do. You guys know I have my clothing line. I want to stay in good light. You guys know I have my clothing line. You guys know I do my thing with fitness, you know, fitness coaching programs. You guys know I'm my fragrance, and I also want to start my own cosmetics line, or I have my own cosmetics line. Start releasing skincare, you know, body care and stuff. There's a lot of things I want to do. And, you know, as soon as I think about something, I just boom, find a manufacturer, find somebody that can help me out, and I get it out there. And, you know, something I thought about is I want to be able to, you know, God willing, because I don't know everything God has planned in store for me for my lifetime. I also don't know how long I'm going to be here, man. I could be gone in the next 3 minutes. I could also have another 70 years. You know, that's the crazy thing about life is you could have 3 weeks, you could have 30 years, you could have 50 years, you have 3 hours, you got 3 minutes. Like, you don't know how long you have. But, you know, ideally, I want to be able to create everything that I want to create when it pertains to fitness, you know, physical wellness, as it pertains to mental wellness, with personal growth content like this, you know, helping people get their creativity out, documenting my journey of me getting my creativity out, my clothing line. Even within fitness, you know, I want to have my own fitness app, you know, tracking macros, you know, meal prep company. So much things I want to do, tracking weight, like an app that can track your weight, your macros, and your workouts. Just track everything. You know, so much I want to do. Talk about the cosmetic line with like the fragrance, body care, skincare, just media in general. I've always been into music, movies, art. You know, you guys know I have a lot of tattoos. I want to do something with the media too, and like beyond just YouTube, like releasing like some like docu-series. Like, I just want to have fun, man. And it's like, what is blocking that creativity? And I'm not saying I'm already creative, but I just want to squeeze all the creativity out of me. And what I always come to is the more we get ourselves in alignment with our creator, which is God, the more creativity we're going to have. I think the biggest thing, and I've always gotten better on this, but especially going into 2026, and even now, like I decided the last few weeks, I just need to just go all the way in. It's just really getting that lust under control. You know, lust is the main thing that lust blocks our vision. It clouds our vision. And it also pulls us apart from our creator, because our creator didn't create us to be lustful. We are lustful in nature, but he wants us to tame that lust and all of our other urges And everybody wants to talk about lust, but everybody's fat as hell. You know, you got to tame that too. You got to tame all the urges, not just lust, man. Gluttony, eating too much, consuming too much goofy stuff like reality TV. Just all the urges that you have. Scrolling too much, sleeping in. You just gotta control it. And I believe when you really can master your mind, master your body, master your flesh, and get in full alignment with your creator, that's what's gonna allow you to be the most creative. And as a creative person, I believe the biggest thing for me is staying in alignment with my creator. That's what's gonna allow me to be able to create everything I want to create. And that's a question that you need to ask yourself, man. You might not have the goals to like start your own business or whatever, but even like creating like relation, like it doesn't have to be content or business. It could even just be creating a better dynamic between a cousin. Like that's creativity, right? What do you need to do to be able to put yourself in the best spot? Oh, this is gonna be amazing. Like, what do you need to do to put yourself in the best spot to create? What do you need to do to put yourself in the best spot to be able to create? Do you even realize that you are put on this earth to create? That you have creativity inside of you? And then once you do realize it, which I do realize, obviously at 22, I've created products and services, friendships, relationships, opportunities, a lifestyle. I've created a lifestyle for myself that's very conducive to what I want to do in life in general. Even that's being creative. I've created certain things. I just want to squeeze all that creativity out. And, you know, I finally come to terms a few days ago that I'm willing to cut off anything that would block that creativity. That includes lust fully. Not just, you know, fully. I've been so much better at, especially about lust this year. I really reflected this year. I'm like, dang, like, this has been a real good year. But I know I could do better. Relationships that don't serve me. Not allowing titles. A lot of times we allow titles to be able to allow people to do whatever they want to us. Oh, this is my family, so we allow them to get in our creative way. You know, one thing, you know, I just talked earlier about tattoos. I really like tattoos. And, you know, I told my family doesn't like tattoos. And I'm like, I'm not going to be arguing about this. Like, because for me, like, something like tattoos, like, that's part of my creativity, man. That's part of how I express myself. The music I listen to, the way I dress, it's all in congruent alignment with my creative vision for myself in my life. So somebody saying, hey, don't do that. Hey, don't be creative. Hey, we don't want you to do this. No, I'm not dealing with that. I'm gonna create what I want to create. I'm gonna live my life the way I want to live my life. I'm not gonna allow, I don't care if it's family, I don't care if it's friends, if you got a girlfriend or a wife or a husband or a boyfriend, I don't care who it is, man. Nobody should be able to block your creative vision for your life and what you want to do with your body or your life or the vision that you have. Because only you can see that true vision. And the question that you should be asking yourself daily is, how can I see that vision even more clear? Because it could always get more clear. See, I'm in Oregon. It's almost like, man, when you're driving, because we don't have street lights out here for some reason. And sometimes I'll be driving and you can't see like nothing in front of you. Like, you can only see like what's exactly in front of you, but you can't see much else. But it's like, as you keep going, you just start to see more and more and more. And eventually you get to where you're going. So yesterday I was driving back from the gym. So I was in Kaiser, Oregon, driving back to Corvallis where I go to school, Oregon State. And I couldn't see much. And didn't have any streetlights. Like, on like, maybe like the last 10 miles getting back out here. So I could only see like few steps ahead, but I got back to where I needed to get to, right? So a lot of times we can only see what's in front of us, and people try to act like they can see what's in front of us better than we can, and they can't. Especially if they haven't been where we're going. I don't care how much you love your family or your girl or whoever. If you have big dreams, and I don't like, they're not dreams. I'm not dreaming. If you know that you have more destiny ahead of you, I don't like calling them dreams. Because you're not dreaming. You just know what your life's gonna look like. And if you know it's a place that you're going, that your grandma never been to, that your mom never been to, that your dad never been to, that your sister, that your brother, that your cousin has never been to, they can only tell you so much because they've never been there. And they can only see what's in front of them. They can help you. You can love them. They can only do so much because they've never been there. And they might have done great getting to where they needed to get to, but their route's not your route. It's not. It's not your route. Your route is way different. You were put on this earth to do different things than they've done. And that doesn't make what they've done insignificant, excuse me. But it's different. It's for sure different. It's not the same. And it's different when you walk around earth and you know what you're supposed to be doing here. And you know the certain things like I just talked about, completely removing that lust, completely removing the procrastination, completely removing the laziness. Even if the laziness and the procrastination and the little lapse of discipline and the little lapse of lust, even if they're so minuscule, if they happen once every 20 days or once every 2 months, what would my life look like if I just completely said, no, I'm not doing that? I'm gonna stay in alignment daily. What type of creativity will come out when you just remove all distractions? The people who tell you what you should be doing when you know, nah, I know I got this. You can't see what I see. Or like I just talked about, like the times where you're doing stuff that you know you really shouldn't be doing. You're just removing stuff like that. Imagine the type of creativity, the type of authenticity that you'll have. And I just want to be my complete authentic self. I don't want to be trying to be somebody that somebody else wants me to be, or what I think people want me to be, or what I think a 22-year-old should be doing, or anything. I just want to be my complete authentic self. And you know, I decided a long time ago, about a year ago, and I've always kind of dibbled and dabbled in, you know, being fully there, but I decided, man, I'm just going to double down. There's just certain things I'm just not doing. There's certain things I'm not going for. You know, I decided I'd rather die than do certain things. I'd rather just not be here. And it's not even on like no suicidal stuff. It's just on some, I know what I want to get out of life. And I know that there's a certain type of life that I'm just not going for. I'm not going for. So I talked about a lot of things. This is just some late night motivation. Just me just getting some steps in and talking. But the main thing I want to say is, man, or woman, we must do everything in our power to get in full alignment with our Creator, to unlock all of our creativity, to squeeze all of that out. No matter how much is there, because everybody has at least a little bit in there. I do believe that some people have more than others, but we all have some. For me personally, I got a lot, and I want all of that. I don't want to leave anything on the table. I know I talked about this earlier in this video, but it really does mind boggle me that I really don't know how long I have on this earth. It's possible I don't see 2026. It's also possible that I make it into the 2100s, right? Yeah. I was born in '03. It's possible I live to like 100. 2103, right? I guess. Or I could not make it to 2026. Or I could fall somewhere 2050, 2060, 2070. Like, I don't know. It's so random to me. So it's like knowing that your time on earth is limited. Knowing that you don't know when your time is up. Knowing this type of stuff. The time is now to get in alignment and to unlock your full creative potential. Getting the body right isn't enough. Starting the business isn't enough. Not fornicating isn't enough. Eating healthy isn't enough. Eliminating distractions isn't enough. Everything. Every single thing. Not 9 out of 10. Not 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10. All the things that I know need to be done to be in full alignment needs to be done now. Told myself I'm not working meaningless jobs. I'd rather be homeless and die of hunger. And I mean that. Why? Because I'm not spending my time on earth doing that. If I died today, I can say I spent the last year doing what I know I was supposed to be doing, business-wise, and just with my time. Like I said, we don't know when our time's up, so imagine me dying on a random day when I'm 37 and I decided to graduate college and decided that money was more valuable than my time, so I traded it in and died on a random day when I was 37. Spent the last 15 years since I graduated, or 14 years since I graduated at 23, doing a meaningless job. I'd rather go right now. If I don't know when I'm going out, then every day cannot be wasted, because every day could be my last. So every day needs to be in alignment. I'm not going to spend a day working a BS job that I know I'm not supposed to be working. I'd rather be homeless. I'm not going home to live with my parents. I love my parents, but I'm not doing that. If post-college things aren't figured out, then I'm going to be in my car somewhere. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do what it takes to figure it out. What are you willing to really do to protect the way that you think, to protect the way that you view your life should be, will be, to protect your vision, to protect your creative processes, to protect your environment, to protect who you are, what you've built so far? What are you willing to cut off to be able to protect that? What lengths are you willing to go to protect that? How much does it really mean to you? Even if you don't have much to show for it so far. How much does it mean to you? It means a lot to me. As a matter of fact, it means everything to me. It's all I think about. Just building the collection. Not building somebody else's dream. Really building a collection. Building a life that I'm proud of. I needed to get that out. 20 minutes with a random branch. I needed this, man. I know it's not the best angle. I know I talked about a lot of things. Just rambled a bit. But I needed to get all that off my chest. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are pursuing excellence. Because if you're not, I don't know what you're doing. Hope you guys are doing what you need to do to get in alignment with your creativity. The most creative version of yourself, you're putting yourself in the right environment to do so. I appreciate you guys hearing me out, man. 20 minutes, 21 minutes. I do this more often. Just don't think, just pick up the camera and just talk. It's on my heart. The most creative and authentic way I can, which is just talking, man. Getting this stuff out. Seeing where it lands, who it hits. So it's gonna hit somebody. They're gonna hear me out, man. They're gonna understand exactly where I'm coming from, where I'm on, type of wavelength I'm on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. This is Randall Branch. Checking out.